Hey, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Salvadad here, coming to you with another update for a deck that I made a long time ago. It was back in when the battle packs came out, actually. When Tour Guide came out, I was trying to think of a good deck with Tour Guide that I could afford at that time, and I made this deck called T.G from the Underworld. It involves T.Gs and Tour Guides and just combos out really well. But I made this deck with some better cards, so now it's actually pretty fun. And it runs a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool text, and it works really good. I've been testing it against on Dueling Network and playing against people, and it's been winning a lot. It beat Mermills, and it beat Windups, and it beat Frog Monarchs. It beat a lot of things. It's just really broken. So let's get into the deck. Instead of 3 Tour Guide, you have to run 2, sadly, and 1 Sangan. Since it is TG from the Underworld, you have to run Tour Guides. Then, of course, 1 Striker for the tuning power. 3 TG Werewolf, or TG Rush Rhino, and then 3 TG Werewolf. So that's 10 monsters right there. Your main TG stuff. And then I run 3 Photon Saber Tigers. This card's amazing with skill drain on the field. It becomes a 2000 beater, and then if you equip it with a horn, it becomes a 2800 beat stick. Really broken. 2 Beast King Barbaros. When skill drains on the field, this card becomes a 3000 beater, and with horn, it becomes a 3800 beat stick. A new tech for the deck, I run 2 Rabbit. Rabbit is amazing because from what I've heard from people, I may be wrong on this ruling, but supposedly with skill drain on the field, Rabbit still can activate. That is something I heard, and if that is true, then Rabbit is really good in the deck, because it can get up past anything then. And it's a 1400, and it can be equipped with horn and become a, horn gains it 800, so it'd be a 2200 beat stick, which is great. And then finally 1 Gores, because Gores is amazing, and I read it just about everything. Start off, a new tech, Seal of Orichalcos, really good card. A lot of people aren't running this because most decks special summon a lot. I can actually play around with this deck and just stall with other stuff to make sure that I don't have to special summon with TGs. And nothing real in my deck special summons. It's all normal summoning, and I could synchro and exceed, but I can make it so I don't have to. I'd rather not, actually. I'd rather have the big beat sticks on the field. Then I run 2 MST, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Pot of Avarice. 2 Pot of Dualities. Should have put that at the beginning. The draw power of the deck. And then I run a really crazy tech for the end of the spells. I run 2 of each of the Forbiddens, 2 Forbidden Dress, 2 Lance, and then 2 Chalice. I'll explain those at the end here. Then for the rest of the deck, I run 1 Solemn, 2 Solemn Warnings, 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast, 2 Skill Drain, and then 1 Torrential and 1 Mirror Force. Okay, so my thinking on these. This is probably the weirdest change in the deck, I guess you could say. I decided to change the deck a little bit because I felt like the reason I was losing with this deck is because of 2 reasons. Macro, and because of Royal Tribute, because I used to run probably most of the deck was traps, but and so I was thinking, what kills me? Monsters attacking into me and me not being able to do anything, Royal Decree, and then the other card is Macro and that other one. Dimensional Fissure. So I fixed the monster attacking problem with these, and then I fixed the macro problem by putting in good back row support against that, and then also these help against that too. And then the final thing this is for monsters, kind of fixed the macro problem. And then the Royal Decree problem, it just kind of doesn't work now because I don't run a lot of traps. So then this kind of fixed 2 problems for me. I chose this for monsters because what you can do is you can set these. They're all quick plays, which is amazing. And then the monster, these two make them lose. This one makes them lose 800. This one makes them lose 600. This one says they're unaffected by spells and traps, unaffected by the effects of other spells and traps. This one says they're unaffected by, it cannot be targeted or destroyed by other monsters, destroyed by other card effects. This one's card effects, this one's spells and traps. But it's still losing a minus of 6 and 800, so it's just till the end phase, so it doesn't really bother me. And this one's nice because it gains them 400. So if I'm, but its effect is negated. But see, with skill drain on the field, that doesn't hurt me at all. So if I'm playing a game and let's say my opponent has a 3000 beater and I'm tied with my Beast King on it, I can just chain Forbidden Chalice, get over that thing, and it's not an issue anymore. And then another great combo is I have my TGs or my tour guides on the field. An 1800 beat stick attacks me. So many combos, guys. I mean, I just love these cards. I mean, see why people aren't getting into these so well, because they're better than traps, honestly. Because it loses attack, and like Lance is really the only one that gets played, but Chalice and this, they're just as good. I mean, they don't lose as much attack or gain as much attack, but they can't, otherwise these would be way too broken. Like, if this gained you 600 attack, guys, that means you could put a 1400 beater into a 2000 beat stick to get over Thunder King. How many people do you think would play a Chalice then? It's still very good, because you can turn, this guy loses 600, or 800, you can still turn him into a 1600 beater. Or you could gain this 400, turn him into a 1200 beat. I mean, there's so many combos, guys. And like, I love these because they're like they're like traps to me, but Royal Decree doesn't hurt them. And even if they MST, I can still quick play them. Like if they MST my Mirror Force, I'm like, oh crap, I can't do anything. With these, I can make sure they can't attack me that turn. So yeah, they're really great. That's my thinking on those. Hope you guys like the deck. I really love this deck. It's more of a fun deck. I kind of make this because I need some videos to start the year off with, and I thought, what better way than to make an update on my TGs. So yeah, guys, hope you guys like them. If you guys want to test this deck out on Dueling Network, feel free. I'm telling you, I am 6-0 with this deck right now. I've only tested it. I mean, I've tested it a lot. With this new build, though, I'm 6-0. I used to be like, I've probably gone through 20 duels, and I've only lost, I think, 4 times to, like, broken plays. Like, windups OTK'd me one time, Mermills, of course, and then Harpy Ladies. Those things are vicious. Even with the Dragon at 3, I now have to make a video on those. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and please rate, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, etc., yeah, please ask. So, peace out, YouTube.